Welcome to the Kentucky Alternate Assessment Career Work Experience Certification Administration Guide Training for school year 2023-24. The Career Work Experience Certification, referred to as the CWEC, is one of the four components of the Kentucky Alternate Assessment. The CWC is a measure of career readiness within the post-secondary readiness indicator of Kentucky's accountability system. This module will walk you through specific portions of Career Work Experience Certification Administration Guide. Most slides will reference specific pages. Please print a hard copy or access electronic version from the Kentucky Department of Education or the Online Training System, OTS, from the Kentucky Alternate Assessment Project, KAP, webpage before continuing this training. There are two ways for a student to demonstrate post-secondary readiness within Kentucky's accountability system. Students must earn a high school diploma or be classified as a grade 12 non-graduate and meet the requirements of one type of readiness, academic readiness or career readiness. In alignment with regular assessment, the achievement of the career readiness is not mandatory. The accountability system allows for meeting the requirements of academic readiness or career readiness. However, school districts must provide students opportunity and access to work towards career readiness. This includes students participating in the Alternative High School Diploma course of study. CWC process, page 4. The attainment of the CWC is a process, not an assessment. The CWC process includes the three general phases of career exploration, which is recommended, student-focused planning, and instruction and experiential curriculum. Students receive instruction, including work-based learning opportunities in the classroom, school, community, and at work sites. The process utilizes community-based school business partnership. School business partnerships assist in providing the work-based learning experiences to students. Content assess, pages 4 through 5. During the CWC process, students are given the opportunity to practice, maintain, and generalize practical knowledge and skills linked to the employability and foundational academic standards, alternate assessment, and corresponding progressions. These standards are typically referred to as the EFAS, EFAS, AA, and are the same standards assessed by the Employability Skills Attainment Record, the ESAR, ESAR. The standards are included in Appendix A of the CWC Administration Guide. The standards align with a subset of the Career and Technical Education Pathway Standards documents and standards assessed by the Career and Technical Education End of Program, or CTE EOP assessment for articulated credit. There are 40 standards that address the concepts and skills linked on pages 4 through 5. CWC process at high school, grade 9 and up, page 5. The implementation of the CWC process begins at the high school level. Student-focused planning at grade 9 and beyond includes the continuation of annual transition planning. This includes the development of multi-year course of study in accordance with the Kentucky Uniform Academic Course Code lists. For students working toward career readiness status within the post-secondary readiness indicator of Kentucky's accountability system, the multi-year course of study includes the 4 courses specific to the attainment of the CWC. The courses are completed in prerequisite order. Work-based learning options are aligned with each course and provided in accordance with the student's least restrictive environment, LRE. Student-focused planning continued. Each district determines on an individual student basis if transition planning alone will provide the information needed to determine the transition services. The admission and release committees, the ARCs, may need to hone their problem-solving skills within the basic transition planning process. For the majority of students, transition planning alone, if implemented with fidelity, meets student needs. See Appendix C for more information and about transition planning and services. For more involved students, a specific formal model of person-centered planning, or concept or components of a specific model may be required. The district selects the formal process to use. CWC process at high school grade 9 and up, pages 6 through 7 continued. Discussion and the anticipated year of graduation or exit with the student and parents during student-focused planning. The anticipated exit year is required in order to complete a compliant course of study. 707 KR 1:002, Section 119 is the key to planning for the CWC. The anticipated year of exit with the graduation code affects when a student begins coursework leading to the CWC. Within the CWC process, at the high school level, and in addition to student-focused planning, school districts should develop post-secondary goals, identify students for Office of Vocational Rehabilitation, OVR services, pre-employment transition services or targeted transition services, and identify students for work-based learning programs in accordance with the program guidelines. Finally, provide the summary of performance to the student upon year of exit. CWC courses, page 7. The 4 specific courses leading to the attainment of the CWC are included within the high school special education course standards documents. These elective courses must be completed in prerequisite order. 1 year is the recommended length for each course, or in alignment with the length requirement for CTE courses. The courses may be repeated, particularly for students enrolled in grade 14. Coursework leading to the CWC, page 7. The 4 specific elective courses leading to the attainment of CWC are included within the high school special education course standards documents. To review the specific EFAS standards aligned to each course, refer to the Kentucky Department of Education course standards in the searchable State Course Codes database. Refer to the standards link in the details of the course. Next, developing career options, page 7. Page 7 of the administration guide begins describing the courses leading to the CWC. Developing career options is the first course and may be completed in grades 9 through 14. The course focuses on orientation to careers. Course content includes orientation to the 16 career clusters, employability skills, self-management, and work ethics. Opportunities are provided within the course for the development of problem-solving, decision-making, and reasoning through school and work-based learning experience. The CWC courses are aligned to the Kentucky Academic Standards, KS, and the Employability and Foundational Academic Standards alternate assessment. All materials and activities presented are differentiated to meet individual student needs. You may visit the Developing Career Options course standards link to review the specific EFAS standards aligned to this course. KD Career and Technical Education Resources webpage provides a link to learn more about the 16 career clusters. Developing Career Options is the prerequisite course for developing leadership skills. Developing Leadership Skills, pages 7 through 8. The next course is Developing Leadership Skills and is offered in multiple grades 9 through 14. This course is designed to assist students with developing skills needed to be successful leaders and responsible members of society. Students will develop personal attributes and social skills. Emphasis is placed on interpersonal skills and team building, communication, personal development, and leadership. This course includes opportunities for students to apply their knowledge. Special focus is given to the Kentucky alternate assessment aligned to the Kentucky Academic Standards, KS, and the EFAS. All materials and activities presented are differentiated to meet individual student needs. This course may apply to any of the career clusters and should be aligned to the individual student's post-secondary goals. The career clusters are included on the following slide. Visit the Developing Leadership Skills webpage to review the specific EFAS standards aligned to the course. 16 career clusters included in the course are listed on the slide and contained in the course description on page 8. Links to learn more about the 16 career clusters are also included. Experience in Workplace Principles, page 8. Page 8 of the Administration Guide also contains the Experience in Workplace Principles course description. This is the third course offered and may be taken through grades 9 through 14. Experience in Workplace Principles examines the skills needed to adapt to changing demands and expectations. The course includes, but is not limited to, problem solving, teamwork, time management, self-management skills. Job seeking and job retention skills are taught through the development of resumes and job search materials. This course is aligned to the KAS and EFAS standards. All materials and activities presented are differentiated to meet individual student needs. Visit the Experience in Workplace Principles course standards link to review the specific EFAS standards aligned to the course. Individualized career work experience is provided to students in grades 11 through 14 and is described on pages 8 through 9. This course focuses on work experience for students. The course includes a related class and work-based learning in the local community. This course is aligned to the KS and EFAS standards. All materials and activities presented are differentiated to meet individual student needs. Visit the Individualized Career Work Experience webpage to review the specific EFAS standards aligned to the course. Work-based learning options, page 9. Work-based learning options are embedded in each individual course and provide a variety of experiences for students. This affords students opportunities to practice, maintain, and generalize knowledge and skills related to the EFAS in the classroom, school, community, and work-based settings. The work-based learning options were selected from the Kentucky's Work-Based Learning Manual and include cooperative education, entrepreneurship, internship, paid and unpaid, mentoring, school-based enterprise, shadowing, and service learning. All definitions are included in the CWC Administration Guide glossary. The work-based learning is provided in alignment with the course descriptions. Districts determine which options to include in each course when developing each course plan. Some options are provided in the school or community setting, school-based enterprise, or service learning. Other options are provided in the community at work sites, such as shadowing, mentoring, and internships. The work-based learning options linked to the courses may vary for individual students enrolled. This is based on individual student post-secondary goals, IEP present levels, individualization of the course of study, and needs related to the LRE. The guide for IEP development includes more information on how to document work-based learning in a student's IEP. Work-based learning programs such as CWTP, Project Search, or district-developed programs can serve as a vehicle for providing some work-based learning options, particularly those at work sites. Hours for work-based learning, page 10. A minimum of 20 hours per semester or course or 40 hours per year-long course of work-based learning is required for each CWC course. For trimester courses, the minimum 40 hours per year may be divided into thirds, which is 13 to 14 hours per trimester. Abiding by the minimum hours per course assures statewide fidelity of the CWC. Worksite definition, page 10. Some work-based learning will be conducted at a worksite. A worksite is defined as a non-school integrated competitive environment where students engage in work-based learning options, customized and aligned to their post-secondary goals, including entrepreneurship, mentoring, shadowing, internship, or cooperative education. For careers found only in educational settings, the placement should be outside the student's school of attendance. The rationale supporting the worksite definition is provided in Appendix D of the Administration Guide. Supplemental guidance for work-based learning for career work experience certification, page 10. Additional flexibility for potential virtual options is permitted to complete the minimum CWC work-based learning in accordance with the supplemental guidance for work-based learning for career work experience certification if face-to-face or in-person work-based learning is not possible. Refer to Appendix E for details of potential virtual CWC work-based learning options. The best practice is for students to complete the CWC courses and the required minimum number of work-based learning hours in a face-to-face, in-person, non-school integrated competitive work environment aligned to the individual student's post-secondary goals. Career Ready Alternate Assessment folder, CRAF, pages 10 through 11. Documentation of the CWC process is stored in the Career Ready Alternate Assessment folder, referred to as the CRAF. This ensures security of the materials. The CRAF is also used to document the results and supporting evidence for the ESAR. A certified staff member is responsible for maintaining the CRAF. This may be the same certified person that serves as the qualified CWC ESAR administrator, or it may be another certified district representative. Qualified CWC administrator, QCA, is responsible to complete the CWC training and the qualification quiz in the online training system housed on the KEP website by December 22nd, 2023. The CWC quiz will close December 22nd, 2023. Print and file the online CWC certificate in the CRAF after passing the quiz. Provide a copy to the BAC or DAC. File the student information page in the CRAF and file the CWC documentation in the CRAF by the end of the school year. Report status of student completion of the CWC to the Kentucky Department of Education. CRAF components, page 11. CRAF components include, in the following order, student information, administrator trainings and documentation, qualification quiz certifications, employability skills attainment record, and the career work experience certification. The employability skills attainment record ESAR administration guide provides more information about the ESAR section. CRAF section 1 student information page, page 11. The student information page form is stored in the student information section. Form components include student name, school, district, grade, state, student identification number, SSID, district, enrollment date, if the student is new to the district, date participation in the alternate assessment was determined, accommodations listed in the current IEP for the student, and the name of the signature for the supervising teacher. A link to the KDE Alternate Assessment and Accountability folder webpage where the student information page can be found is provided on page 11 of the administration guide. There are two versions of the AAAF, one electronic version and the other is a form that is downloadable to save. CRAF Section 2 Administrator Trainings and Documentation, page 11. The administrative trainings and documentation is stored in the second component of the CRAF, refer to page 11. Everyone that participates in administering the state attesting must have 703 KR 5:080 administration code for Kentucky's Educational Assessment Program training. Anyone that provides accommodations during the state testing must also have inclusion of special populations in the state required assessment and accountability programs 703 KR 5:070 training. Refer to the KDE Office of Assessment and Accountability Assessment Regulation Trainings and Forms web pages for trainings and training signature sheets. The CRAF Section 2 Administrative Trainings and Documentation, page 11, continue. The administrative trainings and documentation is stored in the second component of the CRAF. Continued, refer to page 11. A signed non-disclosure form for the state assessments from the QCA is not required in the craft for the CWC process. However, the signed non-disclosure form for state assessments form is required for the administration of the ESAR Employability Skills Attainment Record, the ESAR. Craft Section 3, Qualifying Quiz Certifications, page 12. The Qualifying Quiz Certifications component of the craft houses the CWC certificate documenting the QCA successfully completed the qualification quiz. The CWC certificate is printed from the online training system OTS housed on the Kentucky Alternate Assessment Program KEP website. A copy is placed in the craft. And one copy is provided for the back or DAC. Craft Section 5, Career Work Experience Certification, page 12. The fifth component of the craft houses the documentation for the CWC, which can include multiple sections depending on the number of years for the initial course completion. If the student enrolls in the first CWC course at grade 9, the folder section begins that year. If not, the folder section begins at grade 10 or later. A section is added for each year of high school in which the student is initially completing a CWC course. If the student exits with a graduation code at the completion of grade 12, the CWC documentation ends at that grade level. If the student initially completes a CWC course in grade 14, a section will be added for each grade 14 year until the student completes the courses or exits with the graduation code. Remember, the 4-course sequence must be completed initially in prerequisite order. Craft Section 5, Career Work Experience Certification Documentation, page 12. Each CWC grade level section within the craft contains a multi-year course of study, including the courses leading to the CWC, the transition services needed, and the post-secondary goals sections of the IEP, documentation of work-based learning hours, and anecdotal notes, which are supporting notes regarding specific student information related to the attainment of the CWC. Folder Audit, page 13. This is reported by KDE's Office of Career and Technical Education, OCTE. Therefore, personnel from OCTE will audit crafts during monitoring to review visits for career and technical education programs. During the folder audit, the district will be asked to provide a copy of the student transcript generated from Infinite Campus. A comparison between the transcript and the multi-year course of study will substantiate that the CWC courses planned were completed. At the local level, DACs may choose to monitor the craft to review programming and assessment compliance. This is a district level decision. Reporting to KDE, page 14. The QCA reports the status of the student's attainment of the CWC to KDE in accordance with the directions received through the alternate assessment email distribution list and DAC emails. The QCA includes either yes, the student completed the CWC coursework, or no, the student did not complete the CWC coursework. The status is recorded in the Career Ready database, the CRD. The CRD is housed on the KEP website. Since 2022-23, additional information is requested with the completion status of the CWC attainment. In the Career Ready database, the CRD, when the QCA includes yes, the student completed the CWC coursework, then the type of CWC work-based learning, for example, face-to-face, in-person, or virtual, or a combination of both face-to-face, in-person, and virtual, and the total number of CWC work-based learning hours completed by type will be required. May 31st, 2024 is the last day to enter the CWC status in the CRD. CRD student roster, pages 13 through 14. Grade 12 and grade 14 students identified to be working towards career readiness in an alternative high school course of study or alternate assessment with completion of at least 2 CWC courses are entered in the CRD by KEP personnel. A student working towards career readiness will not be registered in the CRD if KDE has received reporting from prior years that the student has previously completed the CWC and previously met a benchmark on the ESAR. If a student is not showing in the CRD, verify the CRAFT and/or Infinite Campus whether the student has already completed the CWC and met benchmark on the ESAR. A grade 11 student will not automatically be registered in the CRD. The process for registering grade 11 student or an eligible student that was not previously automatically loaded in the system is as follows. The DAC or DOS or district level administrator registers a student in the database. Once a student's registered in the CRD, the DAC, DOS, or district level administrator must then contact Sherry Craig in the Office of Career and Technical Education at sherry.craig@education.ky.gov or Daryl Mattingly, the Career Ready Database Systems Administrator at daryl.mattingly@uky.edu to request the student record be open. Statewide fidelity, CWC process, page 14. For statewide fidelity of the CWC process, school districts should provide work-based learning experience following the definition and guidance provided in the KDE CTE Work-Based Learning Manual, provide work-based learning a minimum of 20 hours per semester course or 40 hours per year-long course leading to CWC. For trimester courses, the minimum of 40 hours per year may be divided into thirds, 13 to 14 hours per trimester, based on work-based learning options and environments on the LRE for each student. Provide instruction for skills in employability and foundational academic standards, alternate assessment during work-based learning to give opportunities for generalization of skills in community and work environments. Provide specially designed instruction in accordance with individual student IEPs during work-based learning experiences. Develop CWC courses to meet the course descriptions within the high school special education course standards documents. Align district programs with the Kentucky Taxonomy for Transition Programming. Utilize evidence-based practices in school, community, and work settings for both instructional and transition practices. Incorporate universal design for learning practices within instruction. Utilize interagency collaboration for work-based learning opportunities. Include person-centered planning when needed. The district choice of specific planning methods. Begin ILP process at grade 6. CWC qualification quiz. Review CWC administration guide. This includes the CWC training. This concludes the CWC training module. You may complete the CWC qualification quiz in the online training system OTS on the KEP website. The CWC qualification quiz will close on December 22nd, 2023. Review the CWC administration guide if needed before assessing the quiz. You have 3 opportunities to pass the quiz. Upon the 3rd unsuccessful attempt, you will be locked out of the OTS and must notify your DAC, DOS, or district level administrator for assistance. Update. New career readiness opportunity. There's a new career readiness opportunity for co-ops and internships for state accountability. Per KRS 158.1.6455 and 703 KR 5:270, the new career readiness indicator. Successfully completing a Kentucky Board of Education KBE approved cooperative or internship that is aligned with a credential or associate degree and which provides a minimum of 300 hours of on-the-job work experience. Alternative high school diploma course of study students working towards career readiness uses the CWC courses for data entry in Infinite Campus. The KBE approved co-ops and internships. The KBE has given approval for any student who passes an internship or co-op course and who has worked directly with an employer partner for 300 or more hours of on-the-job work experience to qualify for this indicator. All co-ops and internships should adhere to the Kentucky Work-Based Learning Manual and the requirements and prerequisites of 705 KR 4:041. What about students' work experiences that are not associated with a co-op or internship course code? If a student has completed 300 on-the-job hours with an employer partner and the school or district aided with the student's work experience, the school or district may apply to the KBE to earn accountability for school-sanctioned individual work experience. The school must demonstrate direct involvement in the preparation and technical skill attainment the student received prior to and throughout the student's work experience. Verification of hours worked, an employer evaluation, signatures from the employer, principal, student, and parents or guardian are required with the application submission. For additional guidance, please refer to the frequently asked questions for co-ops and internships for state accountability. The 4 CWC courses are anticipated to be available in Infinite Campus, the Career Readiness tab, later in September 2023. A notification will be provided to districts once those are available in Infinite Campus. 2023-24 Career Work Experience Certification Support Contacts. This now concludes the 2023-24 Administration Guide Training and Updates. CWC support contacts are listed on the slide. Best wishes on the CWC quiz and for the 2023-24 school year. Thank you.